What's up, everybody? This is Dylan, and I'm here with Riley and Maeve, my daughters, and
Hello.
we're here for Broken Pictures. That's www.broken.picturesno.com, and we just saw Solo, a Star Wars story, and I just wanted to give a little review on what we saw. We just walked out of the theater and in the car right now, so this is a first reaction review. You know, we're not just sitting thinking about all the details and stuff like that. So I'm sure with Star Wars, we're missing some details, and some people are going to be not happy with things we might leave out or whatever. I understand this is a big deal. I mean, we're the type of people who get Star Wars tickets before it comes out and try to go see it on opening weekend, and we're still a little disenchanted after The Last Jedi. If you didn't see that video, that review video that I made, go back and watch that. But a lot of people are boycotting Solo, and apparently I think the numbers I saw was like it's losing like 50 million or something like that. Like they're calling it a flop, and it's not doing so hot. But we figured, you know, we just give it a shot. And in fact, that's why we're seeing it alone, because my son and Lydia, they didn't really care to see it. So we decided we'd just go see it this afternoon and give it a shot. So we're going to try to leave out spoilers. And if we have anything spoilery to say, we'll say it after a certain point, so you can watch up to that point and not be spoiled. And then after, keep watching if you want to indulge in spoilers with us. Although I can't think of anything. So hear that, girls? Don't spoil anybody, but let me know if you have something spoilery to say, and we'll say it after a certain point, okay?
Yeah. At the end, we'll spoil it up.
We'll spoil it up at the end.
Yep.
Yep. So go ahead. All right. So what did you guys think?
Maybe you go first. You go first, maybe.
She said go forced. She's totally in Star Wars mode right now.
She's even got the shirt. Star Wars. Maeve decided not to.
All right, so Maeve, go. Get your finger out of her face. Go, Maeve.
So, I didn't really have high expectations for it because I heard so many bad things about it.
Speak up so they can hear you.
I heard so many bad things about it that I didn't have high expectations for it. I honestly had low expectations, and it was okay. Like, it wasn't meh, but it wasn't good. Like, it was somewhere in the middle. It's kind of hard to explain.
Well, I'm sure you'll have an opportunity to think about it and say it later in the video, maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
It was funny though.
Yeah. So what did you think, Rye?
I agree with Maeve. It was funny. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. Like
Come
I
up here a little
also
bit.
had low expectations for it, but it was better than I thought it would be.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's pretty much the consensus. I mean, I feel the same way. I thought I liked Rogue One okay. There were some issues I had with it. Last Jedi, I was kind of ticked off about it, and but this one, like I mean, it's been out for a week or so, and I'm just like, man, I'll just go see it, you know, just to make a video on it. And I was not same thing as them. I was not expecting much. I didn't go in with high hopes, and I mean, I was somewhat pleasantly surprised. I mean, there were still some issues with it that I had, but you know, like I said, this is a first reaction review, so I'm not going to go into detail on it, and I haven't even like had a chance to process everything yet. But I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was a fun ride. Somebody I saw on Facebook said that, and I mean that that makes sense. Yeah, I had fun. It was, like Maeve said, it was funny, but but it wasn't too funny, like where it was just an all out comedy, but it was funny enough. I mean, and I would expect that from a Han Solo movie where, you know, he's kind of the, you know, the charm and everything. I would expect that, and I think it fit well enough. And Donald Glover knocked it out of the park as Lando. Alden, I can't pronounce his last name, that played Han Solo. He did okay. He did okay. That's one of the reasons Lydia's not here, because she was like, they're making a Han Solo movie and it's not Harrison Ford. I'm not going. So I'm sure a lot of people felt that way too, that it was a little too soon. But yeah, Disney, if you're watching, a little advice: don't oversaturate the market. You're gonna screw the pooch on this. If you keep putting out a Star Wars like every single year, people are gonna get tired of Star Wars, and we're Star Wars people. So I mean, part of the thing that made the old ones great is the waiting and having time to speculate and let it marinate with the people, and getting to talk about it with people. And with this one, it's like every time you turn it around, there's a new one coming out, and it's like, I'm still not done with the old one, or I'm, still ticked about the old one, or, people need time to move on and get on the next thing, but I'm gonna adjust this a little bit, sliding. But yeah, I mean, don't oversaturate. I know, sliding again. Anyways, I know you got a lot of material out there that you can make Star Wars, I think they said, for every 30 years for the rest of ever, or once a year for the next 30 years or whatever. But, and I know you're eager, but don't overdo it. I mean, we need some Star Wars. We want some Star Wars, but I mean, don't overdo it. And I think you're on the verge of doing that, especially. Let it calm down after so many people were ticked off about The Last Jedi. I mean, I know people that are boycotting Solo because they're still ticked off about The Last Jedi. So, and when you're rushing things and you got to change directors and all this stuff, it is not boding well. And people are not thinking the Star Wars is doing so hot that they're not excited about the direction it's going right now. So, yeah. But that said, Solo was okay. It was not epic. It was not amazing, but it was passable, and I didn't hate it. So, all right. So if you're not down with spoilers, you can go ahead and clock out now, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. So, all right. They're gone. Now let's talk some spoilery stuff. Girls, do you have anything spoilery you want to say?
It was confusing at the end, because they're just like, no, he betrayed you, but he didn't. Never mind, he did. Oh, now she's betraying you. Never mind, it was all her huge scheme to act like she betrayed you, but then she didn't. Except she did.
Yeah, and she might be going full Sith, and if they even make a next one, if they get that far. Because I mean, who was that? Actually, Darth Maul? I couldn't tell if that was Darth Maul or if that was just another person that was the same type of alien as him.
Yeah, he was just like.
I mean, I think it was Darth Maul. They barely even showed his double-bladed lightsaber. They alluded to it, but I mean, I don't remember that big piece, that big curvy piece being on it.
It was not on it, because as just like that's the one scene I remember, or from the end, when he's just like, "We'll be working very closely from now on," and I was just like, "I'm not buying it." Like,
yeah, I mean. Like the whole thing with like, okay, so Han financed the rebellion. Like, it's like, oh, come on, the Organas were senators, so it's like, I don't think they're in a lack for money. I don't think they're needing money. So maybe in the outer rim, the outskirts or whatever, these, the different parts of the rebellion. But the way they made it sound is like the rebellion hadn't even become the rebellion yet, and he's, giving them money, and this is gonna get it going. And I was like, oh, come on, man, like, you're making too much of Han Solo. It's like, not everything's not that closely connected.
Honestly,
that's outside the realm of believability, I think.
Honestly, I would have liked to see him fail, and that's the reason why he was so reluctant to trust everyone.
Well,
that would have
also
been cool, but
I think
it would have been kind of depressing.
I think that he did fail with relationships. Beckett betrayed him, and then but Kira betraying him, that we'll see in the next movie if they make another one. That's what's really gonna want to make him not want to be a part of anything and be distant and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it is a decent setup and everything. Alden's voice was not. He's a short Han Solo, and his voice is a little higher pitched, so it was kind of hard. I don't know. It was a little hard to get to see him as Han Solo. I mean, he did okay. I mean, I'm not bashing him or anything like that. He did pretty well. But when you're acting against Donald Glover, who nailed Lando, I mean, it's like you have to nail Han Solo, and I don't think he nailed it so well.
There were some points where it was like, now that's the Han Solo I know, and other points like,
yeah, a couple of the little lines when him and Chewie started finding their rhythm and everything, that was fun. But I mean, I get that he's gonna be not Han Solo at the beginning and stuff, and that was cool. But I was having trouble not seeing Alden as Han Solo. So yeah, it's starting to get sweaty in here. I turned the air off so it wouldn't be messing with the sound. But you guys have anything else you want to say, Riley?
When Kira
Come up here.
When Kira was betraying him, in the end, when she was betraying him, I was just sitting there like, I knew this would happen.
You got to speak up.
I was just like, I knew this would happen. I've been counting on it.
yeah,
I can just tell. It was like when she.
Yeah, you saw it coming a mile away.
Yeah, because
when
like
she
she
went
kept
over to
fluctuating between, and I love you, and let's not do this right now.
Yeah.
Like, when she went over.
Out of the mouth of babes.
When it went over to his dead body, I was like, is she gonna grab some communicating thing or something?
You gotta come up here so they can hear you better.
And then she grabbed the ring and twisted it, and the other dude appeared, and I was like,
yeah. I mean, how many times can they say you don't know her? She's done things you don't know, and not give away that she's gonna betray him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like throughout the whole movie, she's just like, they're just saying the whole time.
Yeah.
You haven't seen what I've done. You haven't seen what she's done.
Yeah,
she's done so many things.
Yeah, which is obviously she's either going to die or go off somewhere else before the episode 4 begins. But A New Hope, because she's not in there.
Yeah.
So,
They're gonna
but
have
then
to kill her off or something.
yeah. So, but then at the same time, we see the grumpy Han at that point, who is coming to his own right. But it seems like episode 4 would happen right at the end of a Han Solo 2 movie, because he's going right into the Jabba the Hutt situation, unless it's years after he's been dealing with Jabba. So I guess we'll see about that if they get that far, as much money as they're losing on this. It's hard to say, but hopefully this gets Disney's attention, or Lucasfilm's attention, Kathleen Kennedy's attention, and they start listening to the fans about what they want, instead of old Ryan Johnson. Oh, we don't have to listen to fans. We're going to make the movie we want to make. And maybe bring Mark Hamill in on the board or something. They can because he's the voice of the fans, man. I mean, come on. So, yep. All right. You guys have anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good.
All right. You? Good? Cool. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the website. That's www.broken.pictures. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video on YouTube, because that's where it counts. I know if you do it on Facebook, you know, I appreciate that, but on YouTube is really where it counts. That's going to work towards our subscriber count and our like count and all that stuff with YouTube. So I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Peace.